today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession.
They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet Matthew Stafford.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up second
from the gun. Here's Stafford. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. That's caught by Jackson. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because you're thought.
It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And these guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career. 31 touchdown passes, and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
Now first down throw complete downfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
And the Seahawks first down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Number 16,
Tyler Lockett. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
Is good. Makes the score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up third down.
Third and long. It's Stafford. And sack the screen here to Akers. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rams, nothing.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And he's got his man on the out route. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you get something going. And we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. To throw again, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the...
Akers, he cuts it. Seahawks have picked it up. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
9-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Jackson's got it. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
The 32-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers. And he loses the football a second time. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Stafford.
Stafford's pass complete to Tyler.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jackson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. 21. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. And now look at him go. 20. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
The 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's...
They got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. They'll try and run it. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up
To throw again on second down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the... This is caught inside the 15.
pass. Complete to deep.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And Myers able to knock it through. And their lead will swell up to 28. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
They've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
14-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
That's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already and another first and 10. From the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. Still
throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Makes this score Seahawks 40.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again. That's caught by Jackson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Complete to Deshaun Jackson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Again, it's Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Stafford. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
Conversion.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards. And
A
it's
2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
complete.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
A gain of 7.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He was
Damian Wilson in on the stop.
a 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They run the counter. Carson, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. DeSean Jackson getting set to go again on offense. So glancing at these numbers, I think they tell a story of, hey, early on he got hot, he got their attention. They've been able to hone in on him, shut him down a bit.
He certainly did get their attention, and that's the ultimate compliment for a player.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go.
It's second down and 10.
On second down. It's Carson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On the move to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
48.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's